So in 2014, my dad asked me if I wanted to go down on a trip, a vision team trip to Guatemala to help this organization called Common Hope. And this was something I kind of wanted to do for a long time, go on some kind of mission trip or something like that. These trips are called vision team trips. They want you to catch the vision to bring back home with you and share it with others. But the first time we went down in 2014, we got to see our Elmbrook Rotary student that we sponsor as a group, and that was awesome. I'll send some pictures or videos here of that visit. And we got to see one of the other Rotarians sponsored kids and deliver some gifts to him, which I'll put also here as well. That kind of got my mind going and my dad's mind going that we could sponsor a kid as a family. And I was all for that. I previously already sponsored 2 kids through World Vision and Compassion, and I do a child survival program through Compassion. So I'm all about doing the sponsorship thing. I talked a lot about it in college, and I've really been into it since then. So that kind of got on the back burner for a year, and then right before I went back in 2016, we finally did it. We got a kid named Jonathan, which I'll put pictures here, videos and pictures here of Jonathan. And that was awesome. I got to visit him on that trip, and it was life-changing. He loved seeing me. We played some games, read some books, and it was just awesome to actually see a sponsored kid, because the ones I have through Compassion and World Vision, I'm never probably ever going to get to see them. So sponsoring kids through Common Hope, especially if you go down there with vision teams, you're pretty much guaranteed to see your kid. Or at least they'll do everything in their power so that you can see your kid. And that first meeting was awesome. I really did love it. Matter of fact, that's the picture from the first meeting. Then we went back in 2016, 17, 18. Back in 2018, we went to I did a third vision team trip to Guatemala. And it was on my heart again to sponsor another kid. Well, I couldn't afford the $60 or $70 it is to sponsor it by myself. So I brought it up to the group. I talked to the guy, I said I'd really like to sponsor it, but I just can't afford it. And a couple of the Rotarians came up to me later and said, if you really want to sponsor a kid, we'll split it with you. So I split a fourth sponsorship with one of the Rotarians. And the coolest thing about that memory is that, first of all, the Rotarian didn't have to do that. So that's very heartwarming to see that happen. Secondly, Common Hope arranged it so I could see that sponsored kid on that trip, which was awesome. We got to see his mom. I believe we got to see his sisters and his brothers and stuff like that. It was awesome. I'll put some more over there, of course. And that was awesome. So then the last time we went, 2020, right before all the COVID stuff happened, we went back and we got to visit both of them again. So 2018, we got to visit both of them, and that one was awesome. The mom for Jonathan, the one that my family and I sponsor, she said after our visit, she's like, hold on, give me a second she ran off to do something. And when she came back, she had 3 or 4 bags full of tomatoes. And she gave them to us, and she told us that it was from the first harvest that she got, and this is like their livelihood. So like this is very touching and very awesome that like she would even think about giving us this food, because this food could go to be sold to get money for her family, you know, that she needs. But she said it was God's portion or something like that, and that was quite honestly the most touching thing I've ever seen. And so we got to see them, and then in 2020 we got to see them again, and Jonathan was happy as always. He was peeking around the corner to see when we were coming, because I think they tell the kids ahead of time when they're expecting us. So he was peeking around his house, looking at us, looking for us, and when he saw us, he ran up to us with a smile on his face. After playing a game of memory with him and having him read a book, which he didn't want to do at first, but after a couple pages, he read the rest of it, which was awesome. He took us behind and showed us all his animals, and he was really excited to show us. And his sister was like, "These pigs are always angry and mad." And then she went around and kicked one of them. I'm like, well, that's probably why the pigs are angry at you. Keep kicking them. You probably shouldn't kick them. But we got to see my second kid, and his whole family was there this time, and his family got a brand new house built by a different organization. And his dad was telling me that before this happened, like, I forget if it was him or his brother kept getting sick from the poor something, water leaking in or something like that. But with his new house, that sickness went away, which was very awesome to hear. And sponsorships, if you have the money, if you have people that could split it with you, this is life-changing. I know that's good for the kids, and it helps the kids and the families out that you're sponsoring, but I'm going to be honest with you, I feel a little bit selfish because I feel like I'm getting more out of it than they are. Just seeing the smiles on their faces, seeing the kind of lives they might have had before and the lives they have now. And they're so gracious, so happy and giving. It's really a life-changing experience, and I hope you'll put some thought into sponsoring a kid of your own. Thank you. Bye-bye.